Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the latest edition of Stoop Talk Podcast. I'm your host, Lance BCE. 1, 2, 9. All right, I ain't gonna do it. I'm officially gonna retire that.
He forgot.
No.
The one that I came up with.
Whatever.
He couldn't remember it.
I remembered it. But anyways,
What it was.
once again, I am Lance BCE. I'm the host, and to my right, we have the one and only Fifth Ave Phresh. What's going on, sir?
PH no F. Please say it, baby. Nah, let me stop.
How you feeling, man? What's up?
You already know the model, man. Every show, they already know how it goes. Feeling good, living better.
I like that.
You just gonna shit on all his intros.
Huh?
You just shitting on all his intros, bro.
Come on, son. I say the same shit every week, bro.
But
You put a little twist on that one.
You had a little Parmesan cheese just now, my nigga. I ain't gonna hold you.
it's cool. I gave Phresh
I'm not
some of my
usually
slider points.
to his right. Technically, I am, but I'm not usually the next person. So,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? It's a little different this week.
You know, I like this one-off Christoph piece that you got that, you know, nobody else has. But, you know, it's cool.
When you're an owner, you gotta have shit that...
That's still not fair, though.
Boss, you do what you want, man.
That's
You gotta have things that's coming to market, but just not right now.
Okay.
I mean, you gotta test the new merchandise, see the response you get.
It looks nice.
Appreciate it.
All right.
I appreciate that.
I'm glad.
That one is pretty nice too. You know what I'm saying? Where you get that one at?
Yeah, I mean, everybody has this, you know.
Nah.
Josh got it, you know.
Not everybody doesn't have
Nah, I
it.
don't feel
Select
exclusive.
privileged few had access to get the rich and nameless pieces.
Hmm.
It was not
So I
a
should feel
widespread
special.
release. You know what I'm saying?
Limited.
They were limited,
All
yeah.
right. I feel a little bit better now. Thanks. All right. So going on next up, we got my man Ketch. What's going on, man?
Feeling, man. Feeling great. What's up?
You know, I love that hat. You know what I'm saying? You know, that hat means
the
a
spirit
lot.
right there.
Yeah,
You're ready,
you know what I'm
man.
saying? Too much sauce.
Always.
It's a lot going on under the BCE umbrella.
I don't have one of those.
Cut, man. Cause
You never got-
you wanted
yeah,
to be
yours
behind
Yours
the
is supposed
grill.
to say grill master.
You're dead ass, yo.
Or too much grills.
Hold on, mind you, we told him we gonna set somebody up to do the grill. He like, nah, I want to do
Yeah,
it.
he said he wanted to do it this
He's the
time.
one that
Mans
wanted
was
to do
stuck
it,
back
son.
there the whole
Well,
But he
yeah,
wanted to
because
do it.
yeah, but remember we had the whole grill situation was up in limbo up
It
until
was,
like
it
a
was.
couple hours
It was.
before the event. So it was
was.
like, yo, I'll just do it.
Yeah, I feel you.
Yeah, he wanted to do it, so I appreciate you. Ketch.
Next year though is different.
Matter of fact,
Next year.
speaking of the BC umbrella, matter of fact, we got a few chefs on the team. Niggas need to open a BCE catering or something. Like, what we doing?
A little spot.
What we doing?
Spot.
You know
I'm
what
with
I mean?
that.
Man, listen.
Yeah, have a
I'm
little
with
spot.
that.
We're gonna talk some more because
Yeah.
there's a lot going on under the
Yeah.
umbrella, like I said. But
You know, a group of men that cook. You know what I'm saying? Ladies, I'm telling you.
Yo,
Anyways, appreciate you, Ketch.
I don't know what
Chase,
you
what's going
telling
on, bro?
I don't know what you
What's up,
telling
man?
me.
How you feeling, man?
Chilling, man. Fresh off the jet.
Fresh
Yeah,
off
people
the
love
jet.
it,
You
man.
taking care of business. Where you was at? You was at you could disclose that, or
came
was that
through
like
from
West
he was
Palm.
in the Maldives.
West
Nah, I was
Palm?
in West Palm.
Yes, sir.
He was in the Maldives for real. I FaceTimed him. I seen it.
You saw the clear
I
waters.
seen it.
Clear waters.
I see the bed is still
Clean,
intact, so that's
clean in the
good. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, bro.
You know, Florida sometimes, you know, you come back and, you know, the bed could be a little, you know, you get a tan, you know, might not be the same anymore.
What are you talking about?
What?
No, I actually shampoo and moisturize.
I was about to
my
say that
bed,
must
you know?
happen when you don't maintain your shit. You know what I'm saying?
They just start falling out like dry
Yeah,
patches
you
or
start
something.
losing hair.
He got alopecia in his beard from West Palm sun.
Oh man.
But yeah, Chase, we appreciate you, man. We appreciate you. And shout out to our boy, you know, DJ Active. You know, he couldn't be here today. You know, he had you know,
Man's just booked and busy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
so he had an obligation, you know, prior. So, you know, he'll be here in spirit. You know what I'm saying? I'm make sure I make him proud with the sound effects today. You know, that's what we're gonna do. But we definitely have a special guest coming up. She is a fan of the show. She has been to at least one of the premiere season openers that we've had in the past. And this is a dear good friend of mine. Most of us know her. And this is the one and only Shondell. What's going on, sis?
Hello.
How you feeling?
I'm a little nervous. I feel like y'all gonna tear me apart, but you know.
Don't feel like
Well,
that.
That's hilarious. That's not us. You gotta worry about him.
This is the point where he usually tries to deflect and says, "You gotta worry about these guys. They're
Every
bullies.
single
I'm gonna
time.
protect you. Don't worry." And he be full of
I know
shit.
better.
You know what I'm saying?
Every single
Listen, Shondell, I mean, what I would tell you once again, you know, I'm gonna protect you, you know, and you should just definitely be careful and watch out for.
Why don't you just
know,
record a drop for that?
I know my
Isn't
friends.
he the one that like pointed out my trip earlier?
Absolutely.
Oh, okay, thanks.
when I watch
Watch
it.
Stuart. See,
Yeah.
he doesn't even remember.
But yeah. Anyway, yeah, it's mainly Phresh you gotta watch out for. I think. And you know, Chase too whenever he has his moments.
That's
you know.
crazy. I thought we was boys. I was just complimenting you. You
But, you know, I
complimenting
take
me,
that back.
You know what I'm saying?
But I take that back. I want to start us off on the right foot. But yeah, they could get a little, you know, aggressive. Mainly, Active is usually one of the.
He's the
ones-
one I was worried about most, so I'm not. Gonna
Yeah,
lie.
but he's not here today, so I think you're off the hook. You know, you're off the hook. But yeah, we are definitely glad to have you join us today.
Thank you.
I'm
Honored.
Yes, I'm glad. We have some interesting topics I want to jump right into. But before we do that, I just want to let the world know and the audience listening, the viewers watching, to make sure you guys subscribe to all of our platforms. Very important. We are on Spotify. We're on Apple Podcasts, and we're on Google Podcasts. We're also on YouTube. All right. So the channel is called Stoop Talk Podcast. So we definitely need them 5-star ratings. Drop them comments and hit that subscribe button. And yeah, support the things. You know what I'm saying? Because we here and we ain't going nowhere. You know what I'm saying? You like that? Yeah. We here, we ain't going nowhere. Kind of rhymed. You know what I'm saying?
He'll
That was
remix
smooth.
it later.
We might as well just get a Diddy drop. You know what I'm saying?
Or Lance.
Don't let that go over y'all heads. You know what I'm saying? Just get something to Diddy Bop too. That's bars real quick, off the top, real fast.
Oh, God.
You should stop. Please stop.
All right. Whatever.
Oh, man.
Anyways, so without further ado, we're gonna jump right into the first topic, which is an interesting one. Once again, I kind of saw this be a discussion on Twitter, and I was like, it's kind of interesting. I mean, it's an interesting scenario. I'm pretty sure you guys love adding a context to these type of questions, but I welcome it here, and we gonna talk about this. All right. So the first topic of today is this is what it is. Would you give back a ring if you're engaged but the wedding is called off? Right? And then fellas, obviously for you, would you ask for the ring back if a wedding was called off? All right, so there's another part B question that I wanted to bring up as well, but we can start here.
I mean, I think Shondell would have to start off since the first question is
I agree.
geared.
I agree.
Okay.
So Shondell, tell us how you feel.
So honestly, I've seen this question a couple times on social media, like you said, and I have mixed emotions about it. One, because obviously if a man is spending his money on something, the ring obviously has a significant meaning. If I'm no longer playing that role, technically.
Meaning and value.
Meaning and value. I'm supposed to be your fiance, your wife, whatever the case may be. Obviously, if I'm no longer participating in that role, I should not have the ring. But on the other hand, you purchased it for me. Just like anything else in the relationship. Are you supposed to now hand everything back once that relationship is over?
You got a lot of Indian givers out there, you know.
Right. So it would just have to be like a common decision, honestly speaking. Like, you both discuss it, weigh your options.
What would you?
That's what I'm saying. It really depends on the relationship because I'm really split on it. My thing is technically I would feel wrong just to say, it's mine, I'm keeping it, when I know I'm not going to participate in that relationship.
Well, it was a gift given to you.
But it was a gift,
Here's
right.
how we combat this.
Mm-hmm.
Life or death situation, you keeping the ring or you giving it back? One answer.
Life or death. Well, which one constitutes death?
I'm not talking about that. I'm just saying you gotta pick one.
In other words, he's just saying you have to make a
pick
choice.
one.
You have to make a choice.
I get the feelings of being split and you explain why, but you have to choose one option.
Because of the sentiment of it all, I think I'd probably give it back.
Good answer.
Because me holding on to it, it's just going to be like more thoughts and memories. Like, oh my gosh, 1, I could have been a wife. 2, I could have been with this person.
Or you could have sold it.
I mean, you can sell it, but I mean, I'm a very sentimental person. So certain things I'd rather not just disperse of or...
Even if the engagement is called off, you still would want to...
But it depends on why the engagement was called
That's what
off
I was about
also.
to say. My answer would be dependent on...
Like, what was the reason?
what happened,
Is it right?
why the wedding is being called off. You know what I'm saying? That matters.
So that matters to you in terms of how you want to go about it.
I think that's
so.
the ultimate deciding factor on whether you would take the ring back, give the ring back, ask for it back, or whatever. I think it's just depending on what happened.
Let me give you a scenario.
I'm going to give you a scenario.
Okay.
If Shorty cheated or did some grimy shit,
Or the guy
you're
cheated.
a dub. I'm speaking for me because I'm a man, so I would be dealing with a woman. So for me, if Shorty did some foul shit, why am I letting you keep that?
Right.
You don't deserve this. I gave this to you to a person that I thought was a particular person to me.
Mm-hmm.
And if you did certain things to me, then you're not that person I thought you were. You don't deserve that. Give it back.
I agree.
Period.
So if y'all ended on you guys just...
If it was an amicable split, you could keep the ring.
Agreed.
If you did some foul shit, I want it back. Period.
So if y'all just kept on arguing stuff and then it was just to the point where it was like, all right, y'all not as compatible as y'all thought y'all was.
I wouldn't, then that's an amicable split.
That's an amicable split.
Yeah, that's just, we not working out. You could chalk that up. It's a loss. But it's not something that you yourself did to me. You know what I'm saying? You didn't do anything that would have been detrimental in that way for me to feel like I don't look at you the same.
If she offered to give you the ring back in the amicable split, would you
Why the
accept
fuck would I tell you no? If you want to give it back, give me my shit. You don't want it, I'm gonna take it back.
But would a determining factor be how much you spent? Like, let's say you spent under 5 G's versus a $10,000 ring.
I wouldn't say that the price matters.
Okay.
Because, I mean, that's a whole nother conversation in itself, but with this rule of thumb, it should be 3 times this and third of that. Fuck all that. You get what, maybe she don't like all them fancy shits. Maybe she don't want a big rock. Maybe she don't want to ring at all. You don't know. Everybody's different. You got to do things for you. Stop looking at what everybody else is doing. Stop looking at what other people say. If that's not something that's important to you, then don't worry about it. So the price of the ring don't really matter to me, but the situation, like I'm big on principle. So for me, it's never really the instance of what happened. It's why or what was going on, the context of what this was about. That means more to me. So if the ring was 50 bands and I felt like you deserve to keep it, I'm gonna let you keep it. But if you don't deserve to keep it, I want it back. That's it. I think that's fair.
Keds?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a general consensus with what they both said. Each situation would depend on that's what the ring would depend on. The situation that's going on. If it's everything's fucked up, everybody's mad at each other, arguing, going back and forth. Yeah, shit gonna be like, all right, give me the ring before you leave. You know what I mean? Before you leave the crib, leave the ring on the table, basically. But shit's calm. You know, we come to a joint decision. Like, all right, we gotta split ways. Shit not really working. I'm not gonna beef about that.
But would you expect to get the ring?
If we end on good terms.
I mean, there's no such thing as ending on good terms.
What?
What are you
Who
talking
said
about?
that?
Like in a...
That's false.
If we could come as 2 adults and come to a decision and say,
that's the key.
we
word
I'm not
cannot
going to
be
say
used.
good.
Adults.
yeah, we
Right,
cannot be
adults.
together. This doesn't work. We have to split ways in order for ourselves to progress in life. That's good terms.
I don't know what Lance is talking about, bro.
I mean,
I
y'all breaking up. That's not good.
Bro, see,
I mean, I
that's
get it.
that's
Yeah,
that
but
toxic
you can
ass shit right
you can
there.
break up for the better of yourself.
That's
Right.
toxic.
Right.
Sometimes people stay together and you just drowning each other.
You lose
Yeah,
yourself.
this is a mutual decision. But I mean, at the end of the day,
This is what I'm saying. That's good terms.
It's not a happy ending.
Not
Just
a
because it's
happy
good terms doesn't
ending,
mean you're
It's
happy.
a happy
But
beginning.
amicable split
Yeah, amicable
means
split,
we
yeah.
both decide that this is not something that we want or something that's working for us.
Yeah,
We're on the same. It's nothing about
We're on
you know
the
what I
same
mean,
page.
ending on bad terms
Yeah.
because no one person wronged the other or whatever. It's just they're deciding, yo, this is not for us.
Yeah,
What's
yeah.
wrong with that? If you're an adult, you can do that. It's childish people who think, oh, if I'm not with you no more, that means we have to be enemies and shit like that. That's childish high school shit, if you ask me, in my opinion.
Chase. Let me know how you feel.
Chase asked for the ring back.
I'm not asking for nothing back. You can keep it.
Regardless of
Regardless of what?
Because I'm gonna report the shit stolen and I'm gonna get my money back. Regardless. So I don't care. Keep the ring.
If I gave you a ring, I had insurance.
On this shit. Are you crazy? Or I don't have
That's
no
listen.
time for no back and forth nonsense with anybody.
Yo, that's funny.
I don't care if it's anybody at this table. No, I'm calling the insurance company. Yo, shit is gone. I don't know what happened.
So let me ask you this: what if you put insurance on it, right? And then Shorty kind of looked at it like on some, like in a sense of a prenup type situation. Like, you know, when they say if you come to Shorty with a prenup, that means you're expecting the marriage to fail. So what if she was just like, yo, you put insurance on the ring? Like,
absolutely, because anything can happen. You can get robbed in the street. You know what I'm saying? If you spend a certain amount of money on something,
should insure it.
you should definitely insure anything. I mean, we insure our phones.
But there's people out there, and why I mention this is there's immature individuals out
Absolutely.
there
I
who would
agree
look
with you.
at it and be like, yo, you did that because you never intended to make me keep it.
Well, we're not together anymore.
You see
so
the
fuck
stupid
you.
shit I'm talking about?
No, yeah, absolutely.
very
I
possible,
agree
son.
with you. And you can think that all you want at your mama house.
Oh, man.
Cold-blooded.
Yeah, so go ahead, answer the question, bro.
if we break up,
It seems like this is a hard
Wait,
decision for you.
before Lance
He's asking
goes,
for that shit
everybody got to give a definitive. I didn't give a definitive. You didn't give a definitive. You gave a definitive. But if push comes to shove and I had to choose one, I want the shit back.
Okay.
What about you, kids?
Um,
I'm gonna just protect myself in that instance, so no matter what happens, I'm getting my shit back.
I'll answer this in a personal sense. I won't ask for it back. Being in my current status of who I'm with right now, I'm
Right.
gonna ask for it back.
Go ahead.
All right.
But we knew that.
shout out to
Yeah,
shout out to
Like,
I know that.
But the listeners, you know what I'm saying?
we love you.
They
sis.
knew that too.
I want my fucking ring back.
We know that.
we know that.
We
already.
know that.
So I don't know what that was about.
He had to make it seem like he
had.
had to. He
Like
was
that
having
is
a
a
dilemma.
secret question.
That shit could came out the 25-cent machine. Yo, give me my shit back.
No, this is
Yo, the ring pop, nigga.
Look,
wants to keep my ring, son. Can you believe, son, the audacity
Son.
of her to.
Yo,
She gonna give me my shit back.
Anyways, I'm gonna get it back.
yeah. I mean,
Yo.
I feel like whether if she cheated
yeah.
or even if I cheated, even though I don't cheat,
You have to have a relationship to
disclaimer
cheat.
there.
I'm just saying. I mean, and if let's say like what you said, if we end off on good terms, I think I'm gonna want mine's back.
No, we know you're gonna want it back.
So
bro.
you're saying
but
under
just-
any
just say-
circumstance you want the ring back, regardless.
No matter what, we know you're gonna want the ring back.
Lance
Like,
knows
okay,
the ring.
all right. Let me rephrase this.
Nah. Don't rephrase it. You
Rephrase
said what you
what?
said, bro.
And what are you gonna do with it?
Sell it.
Basically, he's gonna change the wording and say, "I would like to reobtain the purchase that I've given to you." So, in other words, I want my shit back.
Yo, just stick to your word, bro.
But you know what's
Say it.
crazy? All right,
I'm gonna
because
keep this for the next. Yo.
Right? Shady
You
shit.
can't
Yo,
do
don't do
that.
that.
Imagine.
Don't do
Wait,
that
before
shit.
we could.
Don't do that.
Would you do
Men,
that?
men
No,
do
no.
it though, but
I
you
know,
shouldn't do that.
But if
I wouldn't do that.
since we got a woman at the table, what if you got engaged and you got married
And
or
you
whatever,
found out
and you found
after.
out way later that he purchased
this
the
ring
ring
was
for
from
another
another
woman
shorty.
before and he gave it to you after? What would you do about
You
that?
gotta switch my ring. I mean, at the end of the day, I'm not gonna end my relationship
Never
because
filed
of
for
that.
divorce?
No.
Oh.
I respect that.
No, and then it
But you
depends
do
on
wanna- you
financial
gotta give me a
situations
different one.
because as a man, like, I don't know what your finances were like in that place. Maybe
Yeah, I
you're like,
respect
okay,
that,
I'm gonna
yeah.
hold on to it. I put my blood, sweat, and tears into picking this ring. But as a wife, I would want my own because one, as you described before, people are different. Like me, I'm very simple. I used to work in jewelry. So when I saw some of the rings these men were picking out, I'm like, ew. They're big, they're gaudy, they have too much going on. And half the time when you buy those huge rings, those diamonds are crap.
Exactly. But you see, this is the thing that it goes to because like I said, do what works for you. Everybody wants to be the person that's like this. Look at the
Right.
ring he got me. And they want to see the biggest stone you pop. But it's about clarity. And if you into jewelry, you know that.
Yep.
But you want to show off about how big the stone is. But I
And
mean,
then your
Wow,
relationship
that's
is crap.
J
So
Stone,
yeah, it's
boy.
probably
I'll take a small
it's
stone
probably
in
a
a strong relationship.
QZ
How
That
for
shit
all you
cloudy.
know.
That's what it is. Like the
it's
stone.
white. They were
Son,
snow.
it's Swarovski crystal. You know what I'm saying? You don't have diamonds, shorty. It's like, stop.
Right.
Masonite.
Yeah. I mean, she made
Big
that was a
So
Cool.
you
goal.
gonna
Is
take
all
back
that.
your cloudy ring, Lance?
See,
Yes.
I was gonna,
He is.
no. I was gonna go into detail.
Yo, what's the
right?
most you would spend on a ring?
I don't know.
Buy it on
you
sale.
can't really put a price. on
Yeah, you
certain
can.
things.
Yes, you can.
Yeah, you can.
You
Like I
actually
said, when
really
you're
can.
into jewelry
Absolutely, bro.
and you shop
don't
for
know.
jewelry, you know.
Actually,
Like,
you
I don't-
should
I'm not-
absolutely put a
I'm not
limit on
even
what
in
you're
that
buying.
realm of thinking yet.
No.
I
I'm
mean,
just
I
saying,
just-
jewelry in general, you would have an idea of what a ring
What's your
would
cap?
cost.
I mean, so what's like y'all more into jewelry than me. So what's like the going rates for rings? What do you think is?
Well, remember the
It
diamond. and the
depends
ring
on
is
where you
separate.
go.
So you got to pay for the ring, then you got to pay for the
Jewelers.
diamonds. No,
You're not buying a wedding
Trash.
ring from K Jewelers.
yeah,
Don't you dare.
you're bugging out.
Like, do you see their commercials? Every kiss begins with K. Like, that's a promise ring. You get her some
Right.
little, you know what I mean? Yo, this is something I thought about you here. You don't propose.
I wouldn't
With
even
something.
with Jared, bro.
You got to go to a jeweler.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
gotta
saying?
go to
You
the
have to
Diamond
pick.
District.
You have to pick the ring itself. You got to pick out the settings that you want. Like,
The
if you want
prongs, the
princess
bands,
cut, do you
everything.
want?
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? You have to choose all of that, son. And that shit costs money.
Remember,
You know what?
They always say it's all in the detail. That's what it is.
That's
when
You know
you
what?
sell a ring.
That's a fact.
Let's actually get an opinion from the married man that's in the studio right now. Josh.
I'm shaking his head because he's like, "Nigga, I don't want to talk about it. I'm just trying to chill on this Sunday.
I really don't.
I'm
Oh, man.
curious. I'm sorry we pulled you in.
Mhm.
Like what like
I
what
want
Phresh
I want the ring back.
No hesitation. I want it back.
Every time. Doesn't matter what it is, every time. And if you want a reason behind it, it's just because it's not about being petty. It's not about anything. It doesn't really even matter about, well, let me put a caveat. If it's, what's it called? If my wife now, because of the setting, because I paid for the setting, the diamond that she has is it's a family diamond. So she's getting that back.
Okay.
So yeah, I had a custom setting made by a friend of mine.
Wow.
That's dope.
So in that case, in this one instance, I would give it back because I'm like, I don't know, I'm not taking your gram. I'm not taking your family.
Yeah, that's a next level type.
Yeah,
thing.
yeah. I'm not taking your family diamond from you.
Yeah.
But if it was some other type of situation, I mean, the ring is meant to represent my love for you and you accepting that love. If that's over, I'm getting the ring back.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, but you can still love her after the relationship.
Yeah, I can still love her with the ring
in my
back.
pocket.
The ring in my pocket. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. What's it called? My opinion is pretty much the same as Chase's, but just in a different way. That's really. I respect exactly what he said. The sentiments that he feels are the same. I mean, that's what it is. The ring is not a gift. It's not a fucking gift. It's to represent
It's a symbol.
It's a symbol. And if that symbol does not exist anymore, the meaning behind that symbol doesn't exist anymore, get your shit back.
You've been waiting your whole life to say this. I don't know.
Nah.
Nah, he's a very
Josh.
insightful dude,
Yeah.
and he sits there and he's quiet all the time.
Chilling.
That's why we pick on him.
But
Like,
you-
yo, Josh, what
When we need a little bomb drop,
we gonna get some profound shit. You be like, yo, Josh, what you think?
But you know what? I don't feel the same because I like the fact how Josh made that distinction because I feel like actual genuine gifts. Like if I was to buy her like something expensive for Christmas or her birthday, like I wouldn't ask for those type of items back if we
Yeah, well,
don't
I
work
mean,
out anymore.
that's what she was saying in the beginning. What you gonna do? Ask for everything you ever bought back?
Right? Because
I'm not gonna do that.
what about a car?
the ring. First of all, I'm not. I'm not
You
buying.
said a
car.
gift.
Look,
You
look,
said
look.
expensive
He's
gift,
not
right?
buying a gallon
So
with.
let's say you bought her a car.
If I'm the only way I'm buying my woman a car is if we're married. I'm not buying my.
What are we
girlfriend.
talking about?
Bro, did you miss the whole show just now?
Oh wait, shit. I'm thinking about the engaged process. Like, okay,
You
damn.
missed the whole show just
All
now,
right,
apparently.
the car. Well,
He wants that back.
no. I mean, if I buy her a car, I mean, if it's a lease, then
Yo,
after the lease,
Lance is buying
hand
her the
is itching
car so
already,
he can
son.
drive it every day.
after the lease is over, then she's gonna have to figure it out. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, so you're not buying, you leasing her a car.
Well, I mean, I'm just saying, either if it's a lease,
What
then
about
whatever.
a purchase, the finance?
Well, lease is different, bro. You can't just take the lease and bring it back to you're going to have to pay fees and penalties if you break the lease.
No, I
early,
think he
just
said
like-
when the lease was over.
When the lease is over.
But this is what I'm saying. So we're talking about what you're going to do if you take it from her
Or
and
like
it's not.
mid-lease.
No, I wouldn't take it.
Yeah.
I wouldn't take it from her. I wouldn't
She
take it
keeps
from
it
her.
until the lease is up.
Yeah,
You're gonna continue
So
to
then
So
pay
you're
for
going
it.
to continue to pay for it.
yeah.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah. So you're going to take the
Wait.
ring back, but keep paying her car note.
All right, okay. All
She
right,
drives to see another man.
all right. Let me think.
Word.
Right.
If he going to come get, let me get the ring back, and then you see the seat all the way in the, who was sitting here?
All right. If we are, all right. Look. Nah, check it. So if the original agreement was, before shit hit the fan, if I was, paying for the car, right? I was like, the car was me, but it was for her,
Mm-hmm.
right? So if we do decide to break up, we need to have a conversation in terms of, madam, what are we doing?
Madam.
Like what's the situation like?
You're gonna break
Are
down
you
your
gonna-
finances again.
Are you gonna, are you gonna take over the payments for this, or am I gonna have to take this back?
This is
So you would
this
take
is
the car back?
eerily reminiscent of when he made a previous comment we always talk about. Y'all don't think so?
But so wait, is that? Hold on. I know y'all niggas here
This
would
is-
do the same exact thing though.
Well, I'm in the
eerily-
automotive industry. I know what I would do that I'm not gonna disclose on this shit. But
Well, you gonna
You
tow
know.
it?
yo, nigga, tow ain't the word, but yeah, I guess we can put it like that.
Look, at the end of the day, that's actually a really good.
She
question.
calling you. Yo, someone stole my car.
You damn right, bitch.
Look, at the
Oh
end of
my
the day,
God.
we gotta have a conversation. Like, I'm not going to be like, I mean, my first action would not be to, pay for it. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, if she can manage the payments afterwards, then great, she could keep it. If not, then we gotta come to some type of middle ground in terms of how we're gonna
Let
go
me
about
tell you
this.
something. Here's how you avoid this type of issue. If you're gonna get her a car, you put up the money for the car, but she has to put that car in her name.
Mm-hmm.
In the instance that this comes up and y'all are gonna split ways, there's no need for this conversation because it's in her name. She's responsible for it. You don't have to pay nothing. She's gonna have to figure that out. You avoid it that way.
Yep.
That's a good. Yeah.
And I
It
mean,
would be
even
the-
still, if you were just still giving her a gift, you should still put her name on it because you purchased it for her. Regardless if you're thinking about, the end or what happens, the fact remains it's for her. Because
Right.
God forbid something happens now, like not to get personal, but my father had purchased his wife a car and still it was technically his name. So when he passed, the family came for her vehicle. I'm like, it's not,
Right.
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, that
could
It
be
was for
messy.
her.
It could get messy.
Right. It could get messy. Not saying that that's the absolute scenario that would happen, but once you're giving somebody something, it should be in their name.
Right.
Well,
Even in the instances where, like, if the latest craze with people, we've been talking about this from a long time ago, but gifting like businesses, like if you got an LLC for your woman or some shit like that, that should be in her name,
Right.
not your name. Like in those instances, you would avoid those kind of legal issues.
Yes.
Well, Quavo did that, he did get, his car repossessed back from Sweden.
Yeah, but you
so.
see, that's a different situation
that's
because
petty
when he's
situation.
doing that, it's more than likely that wasn't in his name or her name. That was in a business's name. Because when you got money like that, you're not doing business like that. You're doing business in a sense of, I need to save on taxes. I need to save on this, that, and
Yeah,
so you're
everything
doing shit a
becomes an
hell of a
expense,
lot
yeah.
different. So where that's a write-off. I guarantee it. He did not personally pay out of his pocket and say, this is in my name. Here's the car for you. I guarantee that wasn't what happened.
You so icy. I'm so icy. Yeah. I went over your head. But
No, we just didn't appreciate
No,
it.
yeah.
yeah.
So what's next?
The next follow-up question for this that I had for y'all.
What is a
this
follow-up?
could be this could be a little quick. Like an overall, if you guys propose to your fiance, your woman, or the case. Well, she's not your fiance yet, but your girlfriend.
Okay.
And let's say if the proposal or if she declines, right? Does that mean that that relationship is over for y'all personally?
If she declines the proposal?
Yes.
I wouldn't say so. I think it would be awkward and it would be weird for a while, but you would have to know what the genuine reason for turning it down was.
Right.
If it's something that's like along the lines of, I don't see a future or something like that, then yeah, just dip.
Yeah,
because she's telling you there's no future in this, so it makes no sense. But if it's just like, I love you, I want to be with you, I want us to work, but I'm not ready for that right now, I think you could work through something like that. So it just depends on what the reason for the turn down was to me.
And even in that scenario, there's a countdown for that one. The countdown starts.
If I propose,
Whatever it may be.
How much time do you
That's
think
the
is
problem.
feasible?
That would be between the you would be able to depict that within that conversation. You know what I'm saying? Like every scenario is gonna be different. So if it's like, I'm not ready because of a career situation, well, then maybe that's like a year or two. You know what I'm saying? At the most, or whatever the case may be. And you might be willing to do that.
All right. So you guys are right in a sense, but I feel like if you're in a relationship with this person, like all these
And they say,
situations.
no, it's over.
No, hold on, listen to me. Hear me out. All these situations that you guys brought up, I feel like everybody should be aware before you make that proposal and before that, we are at this point. Which is why, for me, if my proposal is declined, the fucking relationship is done.
Because you hate embarrassment.
Wait, hold on. I don't get what you said.
it is
Everybody
over.
should be aware?
I was getting ready to say, what do you mean by everybody should be aware?
Like what Chase
When I
said.
brought up the career
Like in terms of,
situation, he's saying that
I'm not
he's-
ready.
But
he
that's
should
but
know.
that's a conversation after
no,
you
that's
proposed.
no.
But
But you
he's
should
saying
know
it
this
should have been
beforehand.
beforehand.
But it
you
depends
can't
on the
read
level of
everybody's
communication
You
mind.
in
can
your
know that
relationship,
beforehand,
though.
but the proposal isn't something that necessarily
But I feel
planned.
like if you're
exactly.
okay,
That's what I'm saying.
She's
But-
not going to necessarily know you're going to propose. So she doesn't feel like she's ready, but you feel like she's ready.
if we are in our adult years and we're dating, we're in a relationship, you must know that the end game is to
You
get
can't
married,
read everybody's
No,
mind.
it
bro.
depends on the
can't-
level
you
of
cannot
communication.
No,
okay, but all right, look, hear me out.
The end game,
I'm not done.
The
Hear me
end
out.
game can be to get married, but doesn't mean she's ready to get married
But
right
look,
now.
but I feel like if you are in a relationship with that person, you kind of have to have a feeling or a gauge in the sense of
can't
what is
try to
going on.
read everybody.
You'll have
bro.
conversations, but at the end of the day, you can't
Like, for
really
me to
make a
wanna-
definitive
look,
decision.
Until
For
you
me
get
to want to
Right.
propose to somebody, like I'm, dotting all my,
But
Never
listen
gonna
to
have
what
a
you're
girlfriend.
saying. You're speaking for you. It takes two
never-
people to propose. You realize this.
look,
For a
I-
proposal to work, it takes two, not just you.
I understand.
So
that.
you might, what Kedge just said, you might feel like she's ready, but she don't feel like she's ready.
And
so
that's-
you
and
still,
then-
so
and then
you
it's over.
propose,
the fuck,
but
it's over.
You
so
just want an excuse to do
Damn,
whatever
So
you
when
do.
you get, so let me ask you something. So being that you said that, when you feel like you're ready to propose, right? Are you gonna have like a conversation beforehand to see if she's ready, without letting her know that this is what you're doing?
I'm working towards that throughout the whole time. Absolutely.
whole
yeah, but
time y'all
how
together.
does she know that this is when it's gonna happen? She might want those things with you, but not at that opportune moment.
That's where I come in terms of me gauging and sensing like
But
when
you
is the
can
right
be
time.
Just because you can
wrong.
gauge and sense doesn't mean you're right.
You can be wrong.
That's what I'm saying. You cannot.
If I'm
read
wrong,
everybody.
that's the problem. If I'm wrong,
So then
How is
you're
it
the
a problem? What are you, God of all knowing?
You're the problem. Then.
So exactly.
I don't
It
understand
falls
how y'all
on
don't
you.
see that.
You're the problem.
We
then.
see what you're saying, but you don't see how you're not the problem.
You
how
have
you're
to
the
take into
problem.
account the fact that women are complex creatures. Like, even though she may disclose certain feelings and
All I'm
thoughts
saying
with
is,
you,
okay, go on, continue.
there could be more to that. Like, there could be more underlying issues or thoughts that she has. The same way when we ask y'all what's going on, nothing, but you got like 4 things on your mind. You know what I mean? I get what you're saying, though, and that's what I'm saying. The level of communication in your relationship plays heavily in that part because, of course, we should always be checking in with each other. What do we want? What's the status? How do we feel like what direction we're going? Blah, blah, blah. However, I do agree with them. Most of the time, it's just any scenario. You always think you know what you're going to do in a situation until you are put in said position.
Mm-hmm.
Facts.
You know, like, it happens. We together, we're happy. Oh my gosh, I see wedding bells, blah, blah, blah.
Mm-hmm.
But there's this one issue that we've always had for so long, but that becomes different now. We can handle that in a regular dating relationship, but can I handle that being your wife? Is that something we need to work on? Which is why they said, too, certain subjects, we may need time to work on this. Maybe this is something we should address. Maybe in premarital counseling, yada, yada. they do say in any type of relationship, you're going to argue about like the same 3 or 4 things for the entirety of your relationship. You have to decide if that's a deal breaker for you. Do I want to have the same argument for the rest of my life versus me having it for a year or 2? So all that are thoughts that now go into, once the question is asked, all the little things that were on your mind before now become amplified. And that is how you make a decision in that moment.
Mm-hmm. And this is where I always say communication is important, but comprehension is the key.
Absolutely.
You don't want to communicate, you want to dictate. And when you cannot control what's happening,
because that's what it sounds
that's
like.
what
bro.
you want to do.
Clear as day. That's what it
Right.
sounds like. That's exactly what it sounds like.
Honestly, this whole conversation sounds like you're looking for an easy out. I don't like it.
Apologize.
What?
For telling the truth?
That you look like Castro?
Bro, you literally saying that you have to control if and when this woman marries you, and if she's not willing to marry you
That's
on your
not what I'm
terms,
saying. Oh
you
my
out
God.
of there.
That's
That's
not-
exactly what you're
That's
saying.
not what I said.
So what are you saying? If she
Once
turns
again-
down your proposal, it's over. What
And
does
you
that
want your
mean?
ring back.
What does that mean?
Them dead.
Oh, that means she dead.
Look,
Dictator.
that's not what I'm saying.
So
All I'm saying is,
So explain yourself.
yeah, for real. I'm
Elaborate.
Once
interested
again-
because it don't make sense.
once again, all I said was,
Don't repeat.
I'm not repeating.
Elaborate.
All I'm saying, I'm gonna elaborate. I feel like if I am in it, right? If we are in it,
Okay.
right? I just feel like I'm not just coming out of the blue, with my intentions in terms of wanting to marry her, right? But I'm gonna use all the context clues regarding the relationship, right? Regarding what she communicates to me, regarding how I feel, and I'm gonna, even though I understand that, okay, yeah, she might feel this way about this, and then in terms of the timing of everything, maybe at the time she might not be completely ready, and I understand that. But part of it, I feel like part of the whole proposal process, especially like for the man to do that, is I think he has to have an idea in terms of when to recommend this commitment to his wife. And I feel like part of him, like if he failed at kind of realizing that she's not ready, that is an issue. And I don't see that as an issue. I
didn't say that's not an
We
issue.
see it as an issue, but the thing is, you operating from a sense of pride.
It's not about
Listen,
it's not about
Linda,
pride for me.
listen.
It's not about pride for me though. It's not about because
Bro, that's
like I said,
exactly what it's about.
Bro,
It's
it
not.
sounds like you're thinking about it as if everything were to just fall in place for you.
nah. Nah.
Listen to what you're saying.
Yeah.
I'm taking in the clues she's giving
Yeah.
me to see if she's ready
Look,
for what
okay.
Life
I'm
is
ready
not
for.
like that,
I'm
bro.
with you up until that point. But what you go on to do after that, I don't agree with. Because there are certain, like we said, certain instances where it is justifiable to say that this is not the right time to get married.
But he's
And-
supposed to know that. That's my
No,
point.
Bro,
No.
you
You
cannot
cannot know that.
assume that all these things, bro. This is what I just said.
It's
Communication and comprehension
But that's
is
what I'm
where-
saying. If communication and comprehension is,
But you're
is
not
being-
trying to communicate. You're saying I'm reading what's happening and choosing to believe or assume what I want. That's
Look,
not communicating.
That's like
No,
basically
no,
saying, I
okay.
know what everything I say is right.
But we're having when I
You literally said that it's a problem if I'm wrong. That was your literal words.
because I feel like
Yeah.
you like the man is supposed to have like a clear
Bro, we understand and
A
we
clear
agree
what?
with you.
A clear what?
direction for where the relationship is going
Yeah.
in terms
We
of the
agree
timing
with
and
you
all of
there.
that.
That's not
That-
what we're disagreeing with.
But that's the point in the whole.
But then
You
you're
say-
saying you do the proposal and then
We're
it's
talking
over.
about
Of
after.
course it's supposed to
We're
be-
We're talking about
after.
after. You said that's it. It's a
Yeah,
wrap.
move
It don't matter
on
what
from that.
happened. It don't matter how it happened. It's a wrap if you say no.
My wife, if my or girlfriend says no after I thought we went through the whole, communicating process in terms of, going to that next level, and I'm thinking we're on the same page, and then
Okay.
she says no.
Okay.
So
It's over.
here's the
The
thing.
fuck?
So here's the thing.
How can I
Okay,
So
not
it's
so
what
wrong.
do you
It's
do?
wrong for her to not be on your same page. That's what you're saying.
But
Yes.
I'm supposed to. It's not.
That's
wrong.
what you're
no,
saying.
No. I'm supposed to know that before I propose.
You won't. You're
Bro.
asking for something that's literally
That's
impossible.
why I say you're
not a fucking.
you're approaching this
Shonda,
as
how's
if
that
Bro, you're not
everything
fucking
fell into-
Cleo.
I
You're
think
not
I
fucking
addressed
play.
that
You're not
before, where
God
I'm
of all
saying
knowing,
you don't
son.
always know what is on
It's
a woman's
impossible,
mind. You have
son.
to remember there are so many different thoughts and levels.
Cannot-
Yeah,
that
but
go
we're
through.
supposed to.
Cannot
We're
read
supposed to
everyone.
talk about.
I
it.
mean,
You
don't
can
get me wrong.
talk.
She's
You're not
happy
going to
with
talk
you.
about
All right.
everything.
she's happy with you. She loves you. Like, oh my gosh, I do see this future. But there are other things, as they said, that, would prepare her for that. You have to remember, all these things are different roles now. That is a whole other level of your relationship. I get what you're saying, and especially coming from a personal standpoint as your friend, I know what it would take for you to get to that point. But even though you are answering as yourself, you have to take your pride and your personality out of the question. The thing is, it's not
I promise my pride.
Bro,
no.
I think so.
The way you're answering and then the tone, your delivery is pride.
Right.
You don't want
It's
Because you're
straight up
saying
pride.
it would be a problem if I'm wrong. Like you're doing it in the sense of
be a
it's
problem.
impossible.
I get what you're saying, though. As a
for her to
man,
not
yes.
say
As a
yes.
man, yes, you should know where your woman stands and
You
how she
should.
feels
You
and
absolutely
whatever. But
That's
once
why I'm saying
again,
it's
But you won't all
but
the
this
time.
is why I'm saying
Exactly.
women thoughts and feelings are very complex.
And it's not only women.
And it's
That's just
anybody.
a human being.
yeah.
You're-
You think
we
you
all,
know how
like,
you feel. Like everybody always says, can't be me.
Yesterday you might have felt the way. Tomorrow you feel a
it's
whole other way.
different
Completely
way,
different
bro.
way.
And we're talking about from a 24-hour standpoint.
Hell, even less.
So
Even
let me
less,
so
deadass.
before we move
I
on from this,
propose, and she
No.
say no.
we got
it's
that.
over
So do you
now.
think?
Now he back to his
Do
R&B
you think?
Go on.
Do you think that there are any mitigating circumstances that justify her saying, "I want to, but not right now"? There is no
Yes.
situation.
Yes, there
What-
is.
what
So
is
then,
it?
what
Hold
are
on.
you talking about?
Yes.
The
there-
question is he willing
Listen.
to wait
No,
after
wait.
that?
No,
Let me
no.
finish it. Yes, there is.
Yes, there
Mhm.
is. But I feel like that is something that I should have. I felt like I should have
Bro,
known that before.
stop with the
Yo, you-
assumptions or thinking you
but that's
have to
the
know
point.
know it all. Because
I
you will
feel like-
never know it all.
That is
Then I
his
think that's the
personality,
issue
though,
with-
bro.
I feel like
He didn't
that-
want to know.
that's the
That's
issue with me.
That's what they said.
Which is
You're
why
the
that-
problem.
That we're not but we're just not on the same page.
No, you're the
Oh
problem.
God.
But there's nothing wrong with not being on the same page.
To
There's
him, it
nothing wrong
is
with that.
because
You can
he
always
wants to
catch
dictate.
up, or
I don't want to dictate. This guy,
Bro,
here,
you're
son.
literally saying if she's not where
Talking about-
I am,
This is the
she's
one that
out the
says that
door.
he doesn't want his woman wearing a certain type of clothing because she can't go outside and X, Y, and Z.
I
you're
definitely
okay with
said
that,
that
right?
because I demand respect. You're not gonna go
And he's
outside
talking about
spinning out.
dictators.
But you're
That's
okay
not
with
dictating.
dictators.
That's demanding respect. You're not
She
gonna
can wear
go
whatever
outside
she
showing
Oh,
your
so
body
you never
crazy.
get married, bro.
I don't care what you're talking about. You're gonna respect me, and you're gonna respect the relationship, bro.
You'll never get married.
Listen.
You're not going outside showing your titties, and I'm gonna be in a relationship with you. Are you dumb? That's not dictating. That's demanding respect, nigga. I know my
You don't
word.
want
I
a
am
wife.
nobody's
You want a
father.
trophy.
I'm nobody's father.
My gal not going outside half-ass naked, bro.
You're probably not going outside, honestly.
Damn
What the fuck is out there for you?
Yo, Jesus, wow.
But yeah, I guess we're gonna.
Yeah, I
agree to
mean, that was a
disagree on
good
this
try, but I mean, you failed because that was not nowhere near what you trying to
You
describe.
can't read everybody, bro. It's impossible. And you're going to drive yourself insane
Yes,
trying to
well.
know
So is that why you
everybody's-
single for so long? Because
I was
every
just
gal
about to
not
ask.
on your page, so you just dash them away?
one. This has nothing to do
Ooh.
with
I was just gonna ask, can you even see yourself being married? That's the question.
if I could see myself being
Yeah.
married. Nah,
Okay.
but that's because. But hold on.
So you
Hold on.
already basically
Wait. Okay.
move on, bro.
No.
Nah, we
I'm
going
not-
to the
no,
next
we're-
topic.
we absolutely
Next
not.
topic.
We're not ending on that.
Next topic.
Because
Your goose
the only-
cooked now.
I'm making
Next
this very
topic.
personable. The only reason why I feel that way is because as of right, it's been so long since I've been in a relationship,
Mhm.
and I don't see that person of substance right now in front of me. If I did,
That
see-
is not
I
what
don't
she
think
asked
you've
feel
you.
like you
even
should
been in enough relationships to even
That is not what
think
she
about
asked you,
that.
though.
Oh, man.
And then
That's
to you,
not what
words
she
like
asked you.
substance.
Look,
Oh.
in order for me to want to be married, I mean, there got to be a girl I like first, bro.
Have you dated
That's not
enough
what she
women to
asked
even
you.
know what you like?
That's not even
So
the
wait,
question.
what is the question? that
I'm
you
not
asked
even
me?
using your
All
contenders,
right, so look,
right?
go again.
Period. Forget anybody you know.
Okay.
I'm just saying, can
Is
you
marriage
yourself,
something you want?
Right. Is that
Bottom
something
line.
for you? Can you see
If I
yourself being a
want-
husband?
Yes, of course,
What tone is that?
of course, yes.
That's the lion
I-
tone. yes, of course.
A few octaves.
Nah, I would like to be a husband.
You can't even say it. You can't even say it. That's how you know you lying.
I would
No,
love
fuck you don't.
I would love to be a husband
Nigga
and have
joking.
a little bullshit Yorkie dog and a white picket fence and
He's
kids running
lying.
around the back.
son.
I would love
He's
that.
lying through his teeth.
How you feel like I'm lying? I just can't. I can't see it right now.
All right,
You
let
love
me-
the idea of
So
it.
rephrase it. Rephrase it.
I
You
love
like the idea of it, right? But you don't want
But
that.
that's not
That's
a,
not
that's
wrong.
not
I
a
would like
good
that.
thing.
I would
What he
like
just
that.
said to you, and you like, yeah, I like that. That wasn't a compliment, nigga.
Because I'm making it personal. I'm
That
making it
was-
So
personal.
that means
Yeah,
you
but he's
don't
saying,
want that.
like,
You
for
No,
will.
because I can't see that for myself right now because of my situation. How y'all can't see that? The fuck?
We're
I've had a
not
girl
talking
since
about-
2015.
We're
I've
not
been
talking
single
about.
since 2015.
But
y'all.
we're not talking
We're
about.
We're gonna have an
right-
episode.
We're not talking about tomorrow.
We gonna just talk about why you
Dedicated to
single for
Lance
so
and his
long.
issues.
Facts. That's gonna be the.
We gonna have a whole
It's gonna be
episode.
called the intervention,
Dead ass.
and Lance is gonna have to get
On some
the,
red table.
the
Yeah,
third degree
facts.
from
Yeah.
all the bros.
we gonna see why
gonna
are
be nice.
you
Because I'm not going to
Still
disclose the
single
information,
at
but the
this
numbers
age.
are really narrowing
Right.
down right now. If y'all know, between our group.
so it's a wrap.
So you coming down to the bottom of the totem pole?
fine
Lance
with
is
me.
prepared to be the fun uncle. That's all. It's fine.
He gonna be the drunk uncle.
with the hookah.
I can't understand why there's no woman out here for me.
Yo, son, she said she wanna marry me.
Bald head shining and all that shit. Like nigga, you done
Yo,
lost it.
son,
The
I
years is
asked
over.
this bitch to marry me, son, and she said no.
Like, yo, watch the kids, bro. Watch the kids.
Yeah.
You can't be hearing that, son. They still playing ABC Mouse.
gonna be this dude, son. But we moving on, son. That's a funny thing.
Yeah, because
Go ahead,
if my girlfriend don't want to marry me, then
Them days.
I don't care what y'all say. All right.
And then they're gonna be like,
And,
"Yo, Lance, what if she hit you up for box after you break up with her? You
Oh,
gonna
I'm
give it to her?"
over
Yeah.
Yeah.
That nigga dying because he know it.
Nigga, you ain't shit, bro.
Nah.
Next.
All right.
Yeah.
So, anyways, that was good. That was a little good conversation. We are gonna move on to one of our favorite segments of the show.
It's time for the Stoop Breaker.
Yeah. Ooh, why mine sound different? Active
Because
one sound-
Active put extra
the-
sound effects afterwards that you didn't press.
Oh, okay.
So I guess you're not gonna impress him with the sound effects this time.
It's all right. But anyways, it's Stoop Breaker time. Shonda, I'm pretty sure you're aware of what the Stoop Breakers are. It's a little icebreaker, unscripted, of course, silly, fun type of a question that usually quick, debatable, and then we move on. Something to kind of relax the nerves a little bit as we segue into the final topic. So Phresh, do you have a Stoop Breaker today that you want to share, or you want me to use one of my many trusted
One of my many.
Stoop Breakers? Or did you have something in mind?
Let me see if I have something that'll be short for today.
Yeah. If not, then
Yeah, I got one.
Yeah, give me a minute, bro. Find it.
I got one. All right, so let me look. So today, the Stoop Breaker is going to be, what are some of the craziest or most unusual superstitions that you've heard of? And do you believe in superstitions? Now, all of us being from the islands, and everything, I know there's plenty of answers
that's
here.
a good one.
So,
That's a good one.
do y'all believe in superstitions? And what are some of the most crazy, outrageous ones that you heard of?
I'm gonna say that I don't believe in superstition, but I do believe in repetition, if that makes sense. Like the process. Like if you're just used to doing something a certain way, like if you're just used to sitting in the toilet and wiping your ass instead of
What?
standing up and wiping your ass after you take a shit,
What?
shit like that. All right, maybe that was a bad one.
So somebody
But,
is shitting and wiping their ass while they still sitting down?
Bro, you
It-
can
it-
ease up and wipe your ass while you shit.
So why
And
not
why
just,
you-
why
why you
not
wiping
just
your ass?
stand?
I mean, there's people that sit. And
So you could sit down and take a piss. Do you do that?
I mean, most men don't. Most men don't.
Most men, but what about you?
I'm talking about you,
sit
nigga.
down and piss.
Nah, I
They said
stand
make
up
it
and piss.
personable.
I stand and piss. I
This is
stand
a
and take
bit too personal.
Anyway,
But I digress. Maybe that was a bad analogy.
Yeah, that was a
Yeah,
bad
I
one.
don't know.
Continue.
Where
But,
the shit taking coming from?
Superstition.
I don't believe in superstitious personally. I don't know. I mean, because I'm a big sports person, and
So then
like
you do
when
believe
my
in superstition.
He's stuck, sir.
I guess, but not for everything though. Maybe
He
sports
didn't
related.
say he didn't say it's for
All
everyone.
right. Yes.
So
yes.
what
Okay.
sport superstitions
All
are
right.
you
Like
referring to?
I feel like it's weird, but I feel like especially with LeBron, like in the finals, like what I realized what worked for me, but I was proved to be wrong anyway. But at one point, I thought the TV that I watched LeBron play on kind of mattered, like if he won or not the series. So there was one point where he kept on winning with, while I was watching the games from my TV upstairs when I was at my mom, and he finally lost when I was I never told nobody about this because I just thought it was dumb. But now that you brought this up, I was like, let me just share it. But yeah, I would try to always watch LeBron on my TV. I feel like anytime I didn't watch him on my TV, he like lost. So
okay. So what is some of the one of the craziest superstitions that you heard about?
Well, once again, I'm gonna sports related because there's all types of superstitions in sports. Like niggas will wear the same like right sock for for X and Y, Z straight amount of games, and then they won't take it off because they was playing good or whatever it could be. I mean, but I don't really follow superstitions.
I mean, I think that's more so when they have like a luck,
like good luck, right? Yeah,
do you consider that
true.
to be superstitious or luck? Are they the same?
I think that's still superstition.
So you think luck is bad luck and good luck is superstitious?
I wouldn't. I'm not gonna call it luck. Someone wearing the same drawers for let's say 10 games because they're on a win streak. That's superstition.
That's superstition, but that can also be OCD.
Wear the same drawers?
Yeah.
People think that OCD means you have to be it has to be in reference to cleaning all the time. It doesn't. There are people that have OCD that have to walk in the doorway and flip the lights 10 times and then lock it, unlock it, lock it.
Yeah.
That's OCD too.
Yeah,
so what you said, repetition, could that not be considered OCD also?
True. The way how you explained it.
So I mean, it depends. So that's why I asked, do you think superstitious is its own entity, or
I feel like but all right, this is where the difference is. I feel like with repetition, it's not like repetition is not really including like an end goal, right? Whereas I think the act of being superstitious is pertaining to some type of goal at the end.
Yeah,
I think
that's a good
You either
distinction.
want something from it or you're protecting yourself from something.
That's a good explanation of it. But what about y'all?
Sean Deli, because you're Caribbean. I know your mom, so you can go ahead and tell me what superstitions that she has or you.
A couple of the craziest superstitions, West Indian version, is one, getting your feet swept by a broom. You'll never get married.
Never get married.
Or if you wear a ring on your ring finger, you'll never get married. Or when you enter the house after dark, you must enter backwards because the jumpy gonna follow you.
That's actually what I was gonna say is the craziest one.
I've
That's
heard
the
that
craziest
one so much, but it goes further than that, because my grandmom's actually takes the chairs from the front porch and lean them up against the wall, because she says along with that the spirits follow you in the house and all. Along with that, she's like, if you leave the chairs there, they're gonna come down and sit on your porch and
wait for you.
So
it's just
what
like,
do you do to your stairs? Because they can sit on the stairs too. Do you like break the stairs so they don't sit on?
Well, I know like after a funeral, or anything like that, if I go into the house, I have to call either if my mom's home, whatever the case may be, or wherever I'm at, leave water outside and some soap, and wash your hands before you enter the house and walk in backwards. And
I never heard the wash the hands part.
verbally say, you are not welcome here.
That's crazy.
I never heard that part.
And guess what? I ain't never been bold enough to not do it.
So do you believe, or do you just do it because it's muscle memory that you were raised that way? Do you truly believe that? Like, are you going to teach Liam this? Or is it something that you just think is bullshit, but you did it because it was just like,
I'll be honest with you, bro. I'm too much of a pussy to play with spirits. So I'm 100%, bro. I don't even want to.
So then the further question would be,
that.
not that. But the further question would then be, and I mean, we don't have to talk about it now, but just for the people listening or viewing or whatever, the further question would then go, do you believe that what you just said about like, I'm not going to play with spirits? So what if you don't believe that they exist? Do you then still believe in the superstitions? Or like, how does that go for people who don't believe in superstitions, but they were raised on them? You know what I'm saying?
That's their business, bro. If a plate fall in your kitchen at night, that's on you. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, I don't know. I can't call it. I just know that when it comes to things like that, yeah.
I mean, I agree with what you're saying. I
ain't
believe they
playing
go
with
hand in hand because, I mean, we may hear the superstitions and be like, yo, that's crazy. But at the end of the day, I think most of us, for the most part, believe in some spirits on some level, whether you're religious, spiritual, whatever type of practice you have. We do believe there's something other than us. So because of your belief in spirits, you kind of just feed into the superstitions. Like, I feel like you. Like, I'm not going to go against it because I don't want to take that chance. You know things happen, especially for any of you that have ever been sleeping and you felt like either you're dropping out of nowhere or something's on top of you.
Or you can't get up.
You can't.
Yeah.
Yo, you wake up
Like-
and you like, oh, this nigga.
You hear all of that.
Like science would call it sleep paralysis,
Yeah,
but
sleep
we're like,
whatever.
nah, Jumbie is on me or something like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's different things.
Kids, what about you, bro?
Nah, she took the one that I was gonna say is the craziest one I
sorry.
heard of. That's fine.
I'm sure there's more, bro. There's hundreds of these weird shits.
There is, but that sticks out to my mind because that's something that I came across recently.
Or don't
So
buy
that's why
nobody's
it sticks
shoes
out.
because they'll
They
walk out of your life.
Yeah. Like I've heard those for a long time, but the walking it backwards thing is something I came across recently. So that's why I
Oh,
say,
you didn't hear that
Oh.
until recently?
Nah,
Yeah,
Really?
nah, I've heard that shit all the time,
Yeah,
son.
walking
What about the not
backwards.
opening the umbrella in the house? Like me personally,
Yeah.
when I was
Yeah, that
growing up,
I
I
was
used to
gonna
dry my
get to
umbrella
that
in the house. Like I'll open
Like,
it, leave it in the tub or by
that-
the front door. Like,
Walking on the ladder, don't step on the cracks in the
Yeah,
street,
yeah, like,
don't
those are
split the
first,
pole when you're
Yeah.
walking with somebody. Like,
Yeah.
these are all things.
if
Yeah.
a black
That
cat
I-
pass your path.
Yo, it's
Yeah,
just like,
yeah.
boy, you can't keep up with all of these shits. But at the same time, it's like going into your adult life, you continue to do it because you're accustomed to it. But then when you really sit down and think about it, sometimes you might be like, this shit retarded, son.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Because
It's
I
kind of
definitely
like what you said, muscle memory.
right. So it's just like, do you really believe, or are you doing it because you're so accustomed to
Yeah.
doing it?
So
You know what
do
I'm
you
saying?
guys not
Yeah,
step on
like not
grass?
splitting a pole. I do that.
I do it sometimes.
memory.
Like sometimes I don't even be thinking about that shit,
Right.
and I do it, and I realize after. But I'm not so invested in the superstition that I walk backwards and go back around it. You see what I'm saying? But it's people out there who do that.
Yeah, no, just the funeral part. If I walk in at 1 o'clock,
So that's the only one that you really care about.
Yeah, dog. I ain't messing with
Anything with the
spirits.
spirits, you believe.
I done
Everything
drove
else-
from the cemetery back to the house. Like that nigga was behind me, bro. Don't come to my crib.
That's funny.
That's
It's
hilarious.
funny, yeah.
Nah,
so-
I that was actually a really good one, bro.
Yeah, I know.
I gotta give you your flowers on that one. That was a good one.
I told you. Son.
That
Got
was a
some
good
in
one.
the stash,
That was one of the better ones you've done.
Bro, all
Oh,
my shits was elite. You
Not all
gotta
of them.
relax.
Not all of them. bro.
You gotta relax.
Not all of
That one that people was just like, oh, I don't understand. When it was simple, that's just one of many. You know what I'm saying? Even if you took that one off, or it's still plenty of gems I done put on the show. Relax.
All right, bro. I'll give you your flowers. Today. That was good. I like that one a lot. We could actually.
Hold on, did you say what was the
elaborate.
craziest one?
It was nothing compared to what y'all said.
He kept talking about
Bro, I
All the
know you
sports
got
ones,
some,
yeah.
son. I
I-
know you
I
have
mean,
some because
I-
your moms and your pops, bro, I
feel like those are
know
some
you
time.
have some.
What? Yo, let me tell you something. This Wilson.
Bro, I know he has some, son.
It's probably a long time ago. Or like, okay, like, well, this is. I feel like this is superstition. Like the whole, if you're moving into a place, you anoint the place with like oil and blah blah blah. It's like the 30.
You could consider that a superstition
I
because it's
guess.
still to ward off spirits and
Ward off
Yeah, I
spirits.
definitely.
So I mean, you can
definitely
consider
have,
that a superstition.
like,
yeah.
What is it?
incense and-
What?
When you go to
When you bless
about
your
to
new
move
crib.
in, yeah, you clean.
Basically,
the
you have
crib.
somebody come pray over the crib.
Pray over the
Yeah,
crib,
definitely.
Well, you don't
olive
have somebody
oil,
do. You can do it
shit
yourself.
like that. Yeah,
You didn't do that when you moved in.
I didn't.
You
I just had the crib cleaned. That was it.
Nah, my grandmom's did it for me. She wanted. She was like, no, she came with her Bible and
Oh, really?
Yeah.
yeah. I was like, I'm not gonna tell you no.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
I did the whole sage thing, and my regular my family, because they're all Hindu. I did all of that, the incense. And all
Yeah,
that
and it's
for them.
even like when I got my first card, she prayed on some
chains.
rosary beads and gave me a little testament. It was like, you gotta keep this in the car, drive with this, and such and such. It's just like certain stuff like that. I'm not gonna argue with you.
Yeah.
I'm saying, yeah, you're right. I'm gonna do that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So that Bible's still in my car, and I had 4 cars since that.
That's
like,
good.
And it just goes. Yeah, it goes
yeah, I
with
just
you.
put it in each
Goes
new
with you,
car,
yeah.
son. Like,
Goes with you.
Shout out to Grandma Leaky. You know what I'm saying?
no.
What?
If you gonna call her grandma
What
anything,
is
just call her
going
Grandma
on
Phresh, bro. What is
here?
Grandma Leaky? That sounds crazy to me.
Oh, D,
You
boy.
You're wild.
I'm pretty sure that's what she calls you.
Josh, no, she doesn't.
So okay. She don't call you Leaky?
Oh my God.
No, she calls me my name.
What is going on?
All right.
She calls
No nickname? She don't got a nickname for you?
Nah, she always called me my name.
Oh, okay.
I mean, she called my son Mr. Man.
Really?
Or the young man.
That's funny. It's weird to see you hear you say you got a son now, son. Damn, like,
It'd be surreal sometimes to say
the only
my
one.
himself.
Anyway, we ain't gonna talk about that.
My little man right there, my partner in crime, my twin. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Lance next.
Anyways, so
That's gonna be the marriage you gonna get. Nigga. Marriage to them kids. Next.
anyways,
Yo,
do
imagine that? He caught twins?
remember.
Double up.
He would pass
Boy,
out. son.
Lance you wouldn't see that nigga
He'd
for
go
2
back
months.
to Jamaica, bro.
Word. 2 months. Yeah.
Do remember to shop at Christoph Christian. Our merch is located there. Chase got on the hat today, and is this? I guess it's still part of the.
That's powered by Christoph Christian.
Correct.
It's designed by the.
It's designed by Christoph Christian. You know what I'm saying? But you can't buy that. This is a 1-on-1. Well, none of none. Yeah. Well, 1 of 1.
None of none.
Yeah. I mean,
That made a whole lot of sense, bro.
it made sense.
You onto something.
It's a 1 of 1.
Ooh, yeah. I like that.
You smart.
So much.
Ooh. And I was about to take it back too.
You loyal.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyways,
And you
Y'all
can't
crazy.
sense the sarcasm. It's crazy. But you know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
oh, he was.
You is
Okay.
smart. You is loyal. And you
Anyways,
is
yeah.
important.
So if you guys support the the show, make sure you go cop our merch, man. It's at ChristophChristian.com.
Yes, sir.
Check the Instagram and the Facebook. Stoop Talk Podcast, man. We all got the gig going on
Run it
today.
up,
you know
run
what I'm
it
saying?
up.
So run that up. And yeah, support the things, man. Yeah. Even Josh got the
Facts.
Christoph hat today. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
love,
You see, rich and nameless. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Hold
Support.
on, though.
Uh-oh.
You gotta show something that's not. You gotta get milk on the milk. You gotta turn the camera real quick. You can see that that's not normal shit right there.
Yeah.
You see that?
Yeah.
I don't know what's
I
gonna
don't
show on
know.
the camera.
Oh, the glow in the like.
It
Reflective.
should. It was. I was
Reflective.
seeing it, so
Yeah.
I mean, I hope the camera picks it
Yeah.
up.
Oh, yeah. Hopefully it did. But yeah, on me. But yeah, go get that, and we're gonna segue to our last topic. We'll make this quick, because it's Sunday football. Yeah. And
That's crazy.
Yeah. So real quick, we're gonna get into this because everybody has a different definition and meaning for this, right? So just briefly, I guess what you guys think about what this means. So the next and final topic is very simple. What is your definition of cheating? Shondell. You should go first on this one.
I should.
Well,
I
not
mean,
saying
I'm
that
going
you.
first. Though.
Not saying that you're a cheater.
I mean, we usually let the guests go first. Answer.
Yeah,
I
usually.
mean, typically.
That's how
Usually.
it should be.
7 out of 10 times.
When Joe says so.
My definition of
Oh, by the way, I'm not saying that for those that's listening and watch. I'm not saying Shondell's a cheater, so I don't want to come off as saying because
No, I don't think anybody thought that.
Okay, I just wanted to clear the air on that. Okay, Shondell's a good girl. All right.
I am. My definition of cheating. I mean, there's different levels of cheating. There's physical, there's emotional, so it's really difficult to navigate. I won't really say flirting. I guess it depends on how hard the flirting is. Because, I think most of the time when you're a charismatic person, just talking and making eye contact or having a conversation, it can be kind of,
Questionable.
yeah, some people think I've been in situations where people think I'm flirting with them and I'm like, no, I'm having a conversation with you.
That's
Like, is it
because-
wrong to engage?
That's because the art of communication has died through these phones and text messaging and social
believe
media.
so.
So people don't know how to converse face to face anymore. So they think
They
if
mistake
you're
being
looking at
friendly.
me too much, you want
Right.
me. You know what I'm saying? I think it's a tribute.
Or even
it's a
reacting
tribute
to
some of
posts on
that.
Instagram. Like, I'm very interactive on Instagram, and I feel like I like a lot of people's stuff, or like I'll do like the little laughing emojis, those typical reactions. And I think people be like, oh,
She
you
want
reacting
me.
to my shit? All right, here's a dick
She
pic.
want
Like,
me.
you know what I mean? Like what?
Damn,
Yo,
That's
that
a
is
short clip.
funny. That's a good short
That
clip.
is a very good short
That
clip.
was funny.
Like, I don't.
That was a good one.
Man.
That's just real shit, though.
So
That's real
you
shit.
did that before?
Nah, I'm just saying. It's real shit. Like
you sound guilty.
Eyes
as
sound like you
closed,
agreeing with
bro.
that, like-
Yeah.
Nah, I agree with what she's saying. It's really,
She said what she said, Lance.
but to real quick piggyback off of what she said.
Nigga said I did that shit last night.
But to piggyback off of what she said real quick, I disagree with you. I think Sir Phresh is actually going to agree with what I'm about to say.
Right. How you going to speak for me?
Well, because I feel like I have an idea.
Remember, he knows what's in your
everybody. Yeah.
It's crazy.
I think it's out of control. But yeah. So I have a feeling that you're going to be on my side, right? But anyways, I'm going to explain.
The all-seeing Lance.
But I'm still trying to figure out what you're disagreeing with because I don't remember.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you.
Okay.
So you said, there's different levels of cheating, right?
Yes.
I don't really think so. I think
you're already wrong because I agree with that. So we'll continue.
Hear me out.
Mm-hmm.
And you said there's mental cheating.
Mental, emotional, physical.
Mental, emotional. I disagree, right? I think the only type of cheating there is
cheating.
Physical cheating, whether it's physical touch, kissing.
You think that's the only kind of...
Let me tell you why he feels that way. He's had one relationship his entire life, and he thinks he can say that.
Hear me out.
All right,
Hear me out.
That's why I say I don't think he's had enough relationships.
Let him finish. This is interesting.
The reason why I say that is because I think when you mention texting and saying inappropriate things about this and the third, and even conversing a certain way or flirting, right? I don't think that's necessarily labeled as cheating. I think you could label that as inappropriate, but I don't think you can classify that as actual cheating, right? I think actual cheating is the actual act of cheating. Like, let me feel on your breast. I'm physically touching your breast.
Man's love feeling on some breast, dog.
That is.
But look, you got the nipple pinching. Me feeling on your breast.
That is
be on your
cheating,
nipples
right?
like this.
Kissing someone on the lips, having sex, receiving oral sex, that is cheating. Everything else, I think, could be labeled as inappropriate, but I think there's a clear distinction between inappropriate and cheating.
Here's where I'm gonna
But
get
based
you.
on that response, is where I agree with Phresh, because at the end of the day, if you think that emotional cheating is not worse than physical cheating,
This is what I was gonna ask him. So you in a relationship, you madly, deeply in love with this girl, and you find out she fell in love with another nigga at her job, right? She never fucked him though.
Yeah.
But she in love with him.
Nothing physical,
That's not gonna bother you?
but she's
Of course.
in love.
But that doesn't mean she cheated.
She's in love with another man.
Yeah, but they didn't do anything.
Wow, dog.
But she's in love
what's
with
stopping
another
her
man.
doing it?
Bro, okay, all right. At the end of the day, that's still not all right. At the end of the day, you're making it seem like
I get what he's
once I
saying.
find that out, I'm not gonna break up with her. Yeah, I'll break up with her, but it's just she just didn't cheat. But
So
she's
then
in love
why
with
would you
him.
break up with her then?
She's in love with another
Because she
fucking man.
didn't do anything wrong.
because she
No,
didn't
no,
cheat,
no.
as you said.
I did not say she didn't do
He
anything.
said it's
wrong.
inappropriate. very
Inappropriate.
It's inappropriate.
Okay,
That's
but-
still grounds of breaking up with
So
somebody.
you don't think that is worse than her having no attachment to a nigga and
It's
sleeping
not
with
about
him?
worse or not. It's about the definition of cheating. That's
But you're
what it's about.
asking how would we define it, which means the definitions vary between who you ask. So you can't use a definite
Well,
definition.
I'm giving you what my definition is.
But that's not what you just said. You said that's the definition.
Okay.
The definition means I could go on web. Matter of fact,
Okay.
hold on.
Oh, it's been a while since
Yeah,
he's brought this out.
Hey Siri, define cheating.
As a verb, cheat means act dishonestly or unfairly in order to gain an advantage, especially in a game or examination. Do you want to hear the next one?
Yes.
As a verb, cheat means avoid something undesirable by luck or skill. Do you want to hear the last one?
Now we don't have to. But in this instance, it said dishonest or deceiving to another is a form of cheating. If she falls
To
in
gain
love
an
with
advantage.
another man, no, that was that was the video game aspect of it.
Wow.
Underneath that said to deceive or be dishonest with another.
Okay.
She falls in love with another man. You're obviously not gonna know about that. That's not an honest thing she's doing, is it? Is that a way kind of like deceiving you? Like, yo, I'm here with you. I'm acting like I'm all in. We're together, but I'm in love with this dude. That's not deception to you?
I mean, maybe it didn't happen in a deception way. Maybe she just never saw it coming, but it just happened.
So let me.
What?
So
just-
basically,
I mean, honestly,
She never saw what
speaking-
happened.
So she just fell in love with a nigga out of no. You have to interact with this person.
I mean, yeah,
in a
but at the
certain
same-
way
it might not
to
even
get
be,
there.
It might not even be intentional though. You know what I'm saying? Like she probably just couldn't help it. Like
I mean,
So she
nobody really
unin-
falls in love intentionally. It's not like I
Right.
sat here and was
You know what
like,
I'm
"You're
saying?
gonna
That's
be the
what
love
I'm
of my
saying.
life."
But the intent in the
But-
conversation is there.
I mean, but
They're
she,
continuously
To develop a
speaking to each other,
relationship.
In
but
an
Right.
emotional
purposely.
way.
You're not.
yeah, but it's not like it's a forced thing. It's organic. You know what I'm saying? And that's I don't classify that as
So you're
cheating.
okay because your girlfriend organically
I'm not saying I'm
fell in love with
okay.
somebody else.
I am just talking about the
Man.
classification of cheating.
If dudes is
mean-
cool with that, that means he
I never
is
said I was cool with
cheating himself.
I never said I was
Usually,
cool with that.
when people define cheating and they play these little technical games and they want to, oh no, that's not cheating, but this part, when they nickel and diamond like that, they fucking somebody else too. If you find out that they fucking somebody else and you don't want to really leave them or you don't spaz out or flip over, probably because you fucking somebody else too. Like, let's be real about this shit.
And honestly speaking, you my brother, but still, it sounds like you're once again operating out of a place of pride because that's typically. I don't know how toxic y'all are, but you know you have some exes. They hear you move on, like, all right, you date somebody else. I don't care if you love that. Did you suck his dick? Like that's all they want to know. So your
That- I
thought
don't-
is no. Your thought is it's only cheating if you were physical with somebody else. It's not the fact
I'm
that
not
you were
saying that
hanging out with this guy.
All right, sure.
No, you still said it's
But I'm-
inappropriate. I get what
Yes,
you're saying,
so I'm not
but your
saying-
label of cheating is specifically the physical act.
And it's
All
not the
right.
case.
Not the fact that she was hanging out with dude. He was basically taking her on lunch dates and doing the same stuff she should do with you. Don't get me wrong. As friends, you can hang out with friends of the opposite sex.
but
But
the
you
intent,
know the difference and
Mhm.
the intent and the feel that you have.
Right, it's
If I'm hanging out
inappropriate.
with, for example, you're my friend. If I know I'm hanging out with you and after a certain point, I'm like, this feel a little different, like I'm just going out with my brother or whatever, then you shouldn't continue it. Because now that is dishonest. That's me knowing I'm leaving my man at home, like, yeah, you know what, me and Lance about to go get some food, and I'm sitting there looking at Lance like,
And so because of the fact that that becomes
You know.
dishonest, that's cheating for you, right?
all of it is.
Okay.
Because now, like he said, the intent has changed.
Okay.
Because once you feel a certain way for somebody you're attracted to, you're just gonna leave it at that, like I'm attracted to you. Even if you don't act on it, in your head, you're like, I'm attracted to you, but the potential is I could get that one day.
Okay. Well, we disagree. Chase, go on. We'll wrap up. Let me know what you think, because I think you was on my side, brother. So take us home.
What, the physical act? Obviously, that's cheating, but there is emotional cheating, bro.
Mm.
And if she's fucking accidentally falling in love with her coworker, then we accidentally breaking the fuck up.
What if she just leaves her job?
Leaves her job for what? And what if
That
he
don't
follows
mean,
her?
that don't mean nothing. That
what
just
I'm
means you
saying?
left the job.
Yeah.
That
what
don't
if he
mean you
follows
cease
her?
communication with
With
son.
him, right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yes, it's inappropriate, but I also do think
And
that
if you're-
that's a form
you're-
of cheating.
If you're flirting, I don't count that as cheating, but
That
do
I would say is
not-
inappropriate.
it's very
Flirting is
inappropriate. It's
inappropriate.
inappropriate. But at the end of the day, some people do that shit to get what they want.
And then at this, no, but you also got to say too, the definition of flirting is different for everybody. You
That's
see what I'm
true,
saying?
too.
Because
Yes.
some people take flirting the extra mile and don't think that it's the extra mile.
Right.
You see what I'm
Some
saying?
people
So
think-
yeah.
Some
it's
people-
different.
Some people think me being friendly is flirting, because I'm a very friendly guy, you know?
See?
So, yeah. Cats, real quick,
said
you'll be
Probably
the
why
last.
you get a
But I
bad
said
rap.
that in the beginning. No, I said that. You're
I don't think
friendly
he wanna
and you're
agree with
charismatic, and
his
people
friendly.
think that.
I don't think he want to agree with this.
Lance
man's
has a lot of
friendly.
friends.
He got a lot of friends.
Listen, I think during this conversation, Lance has hung himself a few times, so we're just gonna leave it at that.
He does every
Oh,
episode.
Every episode.
Cats,
Not
take
just
us home. What you think, real
Um,
quick, before you wrap up?
Whatever your partner would be upset with finding out,
Mm.
that's probably cheating. Whatever would upset them to the point where they don't want to be with you, or y'all having arguments, y'all fighting, it probably is cheating.
So in other
talking-
words, you
talking
should
to
have a
somebody,
conversation
being
about
extra-
what you consider cheating.
Wait, say it again.
So in other words, should you have a conversation with your partner?
With your partner,
about
you should.
Of
what's
course.
Y'all
considered
need to
cheating?
clarify
Okay.
what's what.
So let me ask this.
You need to clarify how far can I speak to someone of a
Because you ask that question to a woman, their response, you know what they're gonna hear. So you plan on cheating on me?
You're right.
No.
You're right. Some
Nah, there are
some of
some,
them-
and we
some
had
of
this
them, yeah.
conversation in the
You're
group
right.
chat the other day about the hypotheticals when we seen the meme, like the hypothetical
people would say
questions,
that.
like beware, like that's where it goes. But I want to ask this. So along with like, let's say, for whatever reason, and I'm not saying that you should or you shouldn't, whatever, but let's say for whatever reason you went through your shorty phone, and you seen she was having sexual conversations with a dude she never fucked before.
Mm.
Do you think that's cheating?
It's inappropriate. But I'm
So she can
So
talk
she can
about
send all the nudes? And you cool with that?
Yo, why y'all basically saying I'm being cool? I'm cool with inappropriate
He's
actions.
still
I'm
gonna
not.
end the
But
relationship.
it's just not cheating.
There we go.
It's just not cheating.
This is the
okay.
classification.
It's just not cheating.
I've never said I
Okay.
would be cool with
So
that.
you're gonna
Alright.
break up with her saying you were inappropriate. I'm gonna terminate this relationship.
What?
So
Whatever.
you don't think her
I'm not-
talking about fucking another man
That's cheating.
is cheating?
That's
It's inappropriate, bro. Yes, it's inappropriate.
All right,
She
all
didn't do the act yet. She did not perform the act.
She didn't accidentally fall on his dick.
This is
We ended it on that, man.
the act was her being deceitful.
Right.
This is why I read that part of the definition.
No, I know. I completely agree. That's the act. The
I
act
don't-
is her being deceitful.
This goes down to what I was saying before about principle.
Sometimes it's not being.
Hold on. This is what I was speaking about before when I gave the example about being principle driven. Sometimes it's not the act, it's the principle behind it. So in a situation like that, you may not have actually fucked homeboy, but the principle of what was going on is the problem, son. You don't see that?
It's like somebody telling you that they'll give you a certain amount of money if you answer a question. You answer it right, but they don't want to give you the money.
Oh, you.
Josh wants to chime in. Let's go.
Chime in.
Josh, take
Let's
us home,
go.
bro.
He's raising his hand this time.
I have a question. Would there ever be an instance where you would be more upset with a woman doing inappropriate things or cheating on you, since you have such a distinction?
Which is why I made that
Good
question earlier.
Good question.
Go ahead.
If I would be more upset, it depends on what the action is of the inappropriateness compared to what the action is. I mean,
What?
cheating is.
This is why
You know,
I asked you.
that's a
If she,
question.
this is why I asked you. If she fell in love with somebody, you don't think that was crazier than her
That's a
actually
good
sleeping with
question.
him? That's why I asked you that.
They're both bad. They both could be very
That's
bad.
not the question.
Answer the question. So she's in
Which
love
one
with the
is
other guy and
worse?
she's sexting him, but she didn't sleep with him.
Which one's
Which
Which one's worse for you? Her fucking
Or her showing the intent
or
that
her
she
showing
wants
the
to
intent
fuck
that she wants
somebody
to fuck?
else.
And if she's in love, that means she's gonna be extra nasty. So think about
Extra
that.
nasty.
She gonna spit
And
all
I can
on
tell
it,
she's a.
boy.
Here, this nigga, he's always referencing this shit, son.
And I can tell she's in love through text messages. Is that
Well,
what-
that's
No, we gave you two.
Well, like you said,
distinct
you're supposed to know
situations.
your partner, right?
That's what you said.
Mhm.
Like
You should know your partner, so you know
Mr.
how she acts
Cleo.
when she's in love.
Which
Whatever
one
she
is
did
worse?
to you, she doing
Which
it
one is
10
worse?
times more.
It's crazy how I asked the very same question 20 minutes ago and he ran past it. Josh posed the same question and you like, oh,
You
I'm
stuck.
so enlightened.
You're
I'm
like a fucking
not-
deer
it's
in
not-
headlights.
I
bro.
mean, I think they're both bad. Which one is worse?
Which is worse?
I ain't gonna lie to you. I think the cheating is worse.
So you can look past the.
I'm not saying I
I
can
think
look
the
past it.
intent is worse.
I think the cheating is
Nah,
worse.
I'll tell you
For
why.
me.
I'll explain why I think the intent is worse. The intent shows this is the desire you have to go out and do this.
You want this.
It's possible that you can show the desire to actually go fuck somebody, but it's possible that it just was an instance that it happened just in the moment.
The
It wa-
fuck? It happened just in the moment.
There are instances where she might have
She
went out
just
to, she
automatically
might have
slipped- she
went to
fell
a
on her
party,
dick by
she might have got
accidentally fell on
too
his dick.
drunk, and it happened like that. It's instances that can happen. But I'm saying I would rather a quote unquote mistake like that over you intending to do that
Facts.
because you know
I
the
think-
damage it's gonna do.
I disagree.
I think
we
I,
were different.
I think more so he rather a one night stand situation.
Right. Over something that
Versus-
you're
Over
gonna
a
have.
build-up?
You actually
Over something that
investing
you
time
wanna do.
Yeah, a
into
build-up?
a
Different,
person.
son.
Nigga, a build-up? Nah.
Penis goes into
Bro,
vagina.
you don't understand that women are emotional creatures.
That's fine. That's fine.
Explain to him the emotional
Bro,
nature of women.
If you have a
Right.
build-up towards a cheating woman, that means she has been investing her.
This is what he
all
don't.
of
This
She
is
has
what he doesn't
thought
understand.
Every
It
possible
thought
could
that
be
shit
a
was
fan.
gonna
It could be a
happen.
fantasy or something like that. You know,
But then why wouldn't she come to you
Right.
to fulfill the fantasy?
Right.
we're just on different pages, maybe. Or maybe I've been treating her like shit.
This is why she said you're speaking from a place of pride because you don't want to admit that would hurt you, bro.
Bro, both.
So you're trying to put on the
Both
hardened
situ-
exterior
No, no, no,
and
no.
say, "I'll just kick
Bo-
her to the curb." Fuck
Both
it.
situations would hurt me. I never said that.
Okay, so
But you're
I
not
just
talking
said-
like it.
all right.
I've been maintaining.
All
that
right,
the
look,
whole time.
before we end, which one would you more than likely stay after?
Yeah, which one would you rather?
Her actually fucking or her showing the intent
Like, you
that
find
she
out this
wants.
That's
to
happens.
what. That's why I asked
You find
what
out
could
either
look
or happens,
past?
right? Which one would you maybe possibly stay after?
The intent.
If she showed the intent once, it's gonna stay there, nigga. She's
Well,
gonna
you asked me a-
continuously
you asked me a
intend to
question.
fuck other niggas.
You asked
He
me.
said it.
you
So
asked
you're
me a
gonna
question.
lock yourself into a revolving cycle of getting cheated on.
That's if I even decide I want to continue.
We're talking about that answer.
But he just gave me
and you
one
said
answer.
the intent, which means you would stay with her
Bro,
after she
okay.
showed you her intentions
in
to
all,
cheat on you.
All right, let's get this clear. In all likelihood, bro, if I was really in that situation, I probably would. She probably be a W either way. I'm just keeping it above.
Yeah, I feel
Not
you.
probably.
But if he asks,
I feel
if
you.
he asks me to make a choice, that's my choice.
I feel you.
That's that. Anyways, we're done.
It's all cheating though, but continue.
Yeah.
I mean, Lance ain't getting a relationship.
Let
anytime
us
soon
know.
anyways, so we
You
gotta worry
know
about
what I'm
those
saying?
things.
This goes back to the same question I asked before that we're gonna have a full topic on.
The
When
intervention.
No. I asked him, you know what I'm saying, do you basically feel that having less relationships in your life brings up your stock in the dating
We're gonna
world?
talk
Or
about
does
that's
it-
gonna be a
We have
topic.
it.
Right, no,
We're
I'm
gonna have
just
a
saying, I'm
topic.
just posing, I'm
Yeah,
telling her
yeah,
what
yeah.
the question was.
Yeah,
So, I mean, this would fall in that instance.
yeah. We're gonna have a we're
Zero
gonna have an
fucking
actual
experience.
topic about that one. But yeah. So this was good. Chandel, you did very well today.
Thank you.
You know, because Active wasn't here, I didn't have to worry about, you know, you getting bullied or whatnot. So yeah, it was good. Can't wait to get you back on. But it's custom.